Good morning, all of you. Today we are going to discuss about this PPT for class 10 English from First Flight, chapter 1, A Letter to God, which was written by Gregorio Lopez Fuentes. Now we will discuss about content. First, we will discuss about the previous knowledge and introduction about the author, moral reading of the text, an explanation about the passage, vocabulary, discussion about the text, characters or literary devices, and summary, and the homework or assignment or activity based on the text. Now we are able to see a picture of a postcard or a letter. In the previous knowledge, the teacher, after showing the postcard or letter or money order or EMO, she used to ask few questions to recall the memory of the students, like, have you ever visited the post office? Who carries the money order or postcard or letter for us? Do you have the experience of writing a letter? Do you have any experience of writing a letter to God? In this manner, the teacher asks the question to the students so they can recall the previous knowledge. Now we will discuss about the author. Gregorio Lopez Fuentes, who was born on 1895 to 1966, was a Mexican novelist, poet, and journalist. Fuentes started writing at the age of 15 when the Mexican Revolution began. Many of his books are related to the civil conflict. His stories are exciting and humorous. He was awarded the National Prize of Arts and Science in 1935. In this picture, you're able to see a farmer who is walking towards his corn crop field and finding if there is any weeds are available or not. In this picture, you're able to see a house in the hilly or low crust area which was surrounded by a corn crops. You can imagine this picture in the form of a Lencho's farm. Here you can able to see the hailstones in the field, hailstones which was damaging the tiles and hailstones in the hands of a man. This is the pictures, these are considered to be the pictures of hailstones. After the hailstorm, you can able to collect the hailstones. After the model reading, we can now discuss about the Lencho. He was a farmer, a simple man, hardworking man, and God-believing or God-fearing man. He lived in a solitary house on the crest of a low hill. He was an experienced farmer, and he know the prediction about the rain and the importance of his field. He predicted that the rain may fall on that day, and the rain also started to fall. First of all, he feel very extremely happy because his prediction turned true, but for a short time only. And he compared the raindrops into a new coins. At first, he felt very extremely happy and he had the pleasure of feeling the rain on his body. But his happiness was short lived because the rain turned into a hailstone storm. It caused total destruction on his corn crop. And now Lencho looked towards God for help. He felt with desperation. He was afraid that his family might have to go hungry this year. All the family members had a single hope, that is help from God. They thought God to be omnipresent and he sees everything. With the hope for help from God, Lencho started to write a letter to God. In that letter, he stated that he want help to help his family, otherwise they would go hungry that year. He requested God to help him by sending him 100 pesos. He wrote God on the envelope of the letter, that means address on the envelope, and he dropped that letter into the mailbox which is situated in the town. Here you can able to see the picture of a postman. Now this postman started to collect the letters from the mailbox. While separating the letters to the concerned address provided in the envelope, he got this letter of Lencho. And now the postman started to laugh, as well as he laughed heartily and went to his boss by showing that the letters which was addressed to God. And the postmaster also received Lencho's letter. First of all, he also laughed heartily, but soon he realized that the situation was not good because he was a generous, kind-hearted, and amiable fellow. He wondered about the faith of a man towards his God. He commented or wished that if he had the faith of the man, he wrote that letter. Now we can able to see the picture of pesos. Now the postmaster decided to help Lencho, the farmer. He did not want to shatter or shake the faith of the man towards the God. So he discussed with his co-workers or colleagues, and he asked his friends or subordinates or employees for money and added a part of amount from his salary. He made a monetary help to the writer of the letter, but he could arrange only 70 pesos. And the postmaster wrote another letter and addressed or signed in the name of God and put the collected money into the letter and sent it to the Lencho. Next day, when Lencho came to the town, he visited the post office. Lencho received the envelope sent by the post office as in the name of God. He was not surprised, first of all, but he started to count the money and he found only 70 pesos in the letter and 30 pesos short in the envelope. He thought that God had sent the entire amount, that is 100 pesos, as per his demand. Again, he wrote a second letter to God requesting him to send the balance 30 pesos not through the mail because the post office employees are considered to be the bunch of crooks. Now again, we will move on to the summary. A Letter to God is a marvelous story about a farmer who had an unshakable belief or absolute faith of a simple village-minded, hard-working and God-believing and fearing Lencho. He writes a letter to God after his crop of corn was totally destroyed due to the hailstorm. So Lencho threw a letter requesting God to send 100 pesos. The postmaster and the post office employees tried to arrange 70 pesos and sends it to Lencho as a help and not to shake the faith of a God in his mind. Lencho writes another letter to God asking him to send the balance amount not through the mail because he considered the post office employees are a bunch of crooks, without the knowledge that these post office members has helped him in the name of a God. In this manner, the lesson ends. Now we will move on to the new words or vocabulary that appear in this lesson. The new words are like this: crest, dotted, crust, crust, dotted with, predict, drape, locust, solitary, upset, pesos. These are the new words that we come across today from this lesson. Now it's a time for your homework or assignment or activity. First homework, write a paragraph about a post office or a postmaster and the postman. Your second work is write a letter to your father asking permission to join an excursion in a school and request him to send rupees 1000 in money order as a registration fee. Third one is an activity. Draw or get a money order form and try to fill it by yourself for your family members or your friends. Thank you.